I want to acknowledge the fact that since March, our lives have changed drastically. The invisible enemy, COVID-19, swept across our beautiful country and impacted all of us. My deepest sympathy goes out to everyone who has lost a loved one, and my prayers are with those who are ill or suffering. I know many people are anxious and some feel helpless. I want you to know you're not alone. My husband's administration will not stop fighting until there is an effective treatment or vaccine available to everyone. Donald will not rest until he has done all he can to take care of everyone impacted by this terrible pandemic. I want to extend my gratitude to all of the healthcare professionals, frontline workers and teachers who stepped up in these difficult times. Despite the risk to yourselves and your own families, you put our country first, and my husband and I are grateful.
She was such a stark contrast from her husband, the president, and so much of this convention expressing not only a reluctance, she said, I don't want to use this precious time attacking the other side because that kind of talk only serves to divide the country further. Not only that, but expressing strong sympathy for individuals suffering through the two major crises facing this country right now, the coronavirus pandemic, which has almost not even been mentioned, although it was mentioned in past tense by an economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, as if the crisis had been averted. It is not. And then talking about the racial unrest and the problems with American history, a harsh reality that we are not proud of parts of our history. These are things that we have not heard. I have to say, not only is it in contrast with her husband, Dana, it's almost a contradiction from her husband and the kind of presidency he has led and the kind of convention that he has been throwing.
Yeah, you know, our colleague Kate Bennett reported earlier that she did not run her speech by the West Wing, didn't run it by the campaign. This was entirely her own. And we saw and heard that and maybe heard why that was so, because she did touch on and did speak to the reality that is going on in a way that we haven't heard many other, if any other speakers really do. I mean, most of the speakers tonight really focused on bread and butter, touchstone Republican issues and even Trump issues, politically speaking. She acknowledged what people are feeling, whether it is from the COVID virus or from the racial unrest.